In our society, we often see that a small problem can become a huge source of sadness for someone, but we also see people who handle even the biggest troubles with remarkable calm. They don't break down, instead they expand their hearts so much that pain finds no space to linger. Today's story will teach us a profound lesson. If you keep your heart small, even tiny problems will make you feel bitter. But if you make your heart bigger, even the hardest times in life will feel more manageable. So, let's try to find a reflection of our own lives in today's story. Listen carefully, because this story isn't just to be heard, it's to be thought about. Once, there was a young man named Ryan who was deeply unhappy with his life. He was always feeling down and believed that nothing was going his way. One afternoon, Ryan went to a small cafe in his town to have a cup of tea, his mind clouded with worry. He didn't have a job, his family was pressuring him, and he was terrified about his future. He sat quietly in a corner, clutching his cup of tea. At the next table, a few older men were chatting. Even though Ryan wasn't trying to eavesdrop, their voices were clear. One of them said, "You know that old man who lives behind the hills? He looks like a normal person, but he's full of wisdom. My son was really struggling, but after talking to that old man, he changed completely." Another man added, "Yeah, people say he can lighten your heart just by talking." Hearing this, Ryan became alert. He thought to himself, "My life is falling apart too. If he really says something helpful, maybe I'll find some peace." That evening, Ryan started walking quietly towards the back of the hills, where people said the wise old man lived. After a long walk, Ryan reached a small, simple house. The old man was sitting outside. Ryan approached him and said, "Grandpa, I have so many problems in my life. I always feel pain and sadness. Please, tell me how I can be happy." The wise old man listened carefully, his eyes full of understanding. Then, without saying a word, he suddenly stood up and walked away into his house. Ryan felt confused but decided to wait patiently. After a few minutes, the old man came back holding a glass of water and a small bowl filled with salt. He looked at Ryan and said, "Take a handful of salt from this bowl and put it into the glass, then drink the water." Even though Ryan was unsure, he did as he was told. He took a handful of salt, stirred it into the glass, and took a small sip. The old man asked, "How does the water taste?" Ryan made a face and replied, "It tastes awful. It's so salty. I can't taste anything but the salt." The old man nodded. "Now," he said, "take another handful of salt and come with me." They both walked in silence to a beautiful, large lake nearby. The water was calm and clear. The old man gestured towards the lake and said, "Now, throw this salt into the lake." Ryan threw the salt into the vast expanse of water. The salt dissolved and disappeared. Then the old man said, "Now, take a sip of the lake water." Ryan cupped his hands, scooped up some water from the lake, and drank it. The old man asked again, "How does it taste?" Ryan looked up, surprised, and said, "It tastes fine. It's fresh and clean. I don't taste any salt at all." The old man smiled warmly, placed a gentle hand on Ryan's shoulder, and said, "Look, son, the pain in life is like this pure salt. The amount of salt doesn't change, but how much of that bitterness we feel depends entirely on the size of the container we put it in. Our hearts are the containers. If your heart is small like this glass, even a little bit of pain will make your whole life feel bitter. But if you learn to expand your heart, to make it vast and open like this lake, then even a great deal of pain won't affect you as much. It will simply dissolve." He continued, "This glass and this lake are also symbols of your patience and perspective. If your patience is small, then small problems will feel huge and overwhelming. But if your patience is great, then even big problems won't have the power to break you. Everyone has problems in life. There is no one in this world who doesn't face pain and hardship. Just as we can't understand the true meaning of happiness without sadness, we can't learn life's most valuable lessons without facing challenges. But when we keep our focus only on our problems, our life starts to feel full of pain. If just a little salt can make a whole glass of water undrinkable, then think about it. If your heart is small and closed off, even a small problem will feel like it's drowning you in sadness. So, when problems come into your life, don't shrink and become small like a glass. Instead, expand your heart and become vast like a lake. Only then will you be able to experience a life filled with peace and happiness. Ryan stood by the lake, the old man's words echoing in his mind. For the first time in a long time, he felt a sense of hope. He realized it wasn't about getting rid of the salt, but about becoming the lake. If this story helped you in any way, please consider sharing it with others who might need to hear it. Thank you for listening.